Hi guys, we are now back for a little bit of Blitz action, and I'm playing an NM from America. I've gone for a nice and relaxing 5-minute because I'm getting a little bit panicky with the quicker time controls. So I've gone for a more relaxing session here. I'll try to play 3 games again. I think that's quite a nice number, and I'll try to explain kind of what I'm doing as we go along. So this is a Dutch defense, lo and behold, and I keep saying, oh, you can purchase my DVD The Dutch because it's such a great opening. Whenever I say that, I lose the game. So I'm going to try and avoid saying too much during this game. And generally in the Dutch, a little rule: if white doesn't fianchetto, then you as black should fianchetto your bishop. I'm just wondering if I've fallen for a trick with check. I think I get a bit of play. I wonder if he can go check, g6, queen e5, attacking my rook, castles. He's gone here. Okay, so he just wants to win my pawn. Yeah, I never make the Dutch look good, do I? It is a good opening. I could go d5 here. That's one way to play the position. Even h5. Is h5 okay? h5 looks like a very strange move. Let's try it. Let's try. We like old Harry. Let's move old Harry. If he checks and I got queen f7, and okay, we have to enter in a bit of more of a positional game now, but sometimes this happens. I mean, I'm much more comfortable when I'm attacking, as you may have noticed, but GMs are supposed to be good at every type of position, and that is supposed to be good. So we'll see if I can. I want to get my knight now. The only piece not developed. Where is the best square? Well, I'm moving it to f6 to defend e4. And here, what kind of ideas do I have? What is he going to go f3 here? Maybe he goes f3. I'm just going to like expand on the other side of the board a little bit. Might be useful later on. a5. And let's keep pushing this. You know, it just gives me some potential on the queen side in the game, later on in the game. And now I'm even thinking about doing some strange plan here now of going g5 and h5. Can I attack in such positions? I mean, this is not a normal way to play when you're, you know, I always look for an attack even in these even in these types of positions, which is maybe not correct, but okay, so that's why he went f4, because he sees me going. And now I think I can probably get my g5 move in, and this looks like it was a good plan for me now. You know, if I can go g5 and create some play over here. I actually now want this pawn to be back on a5 because it's a little bit weak there in some positions. So okay, so now what do we do next? So we either go h4. I can even play on this side of the board with b5 again, so I'm switching sides. Even try to eliminate his bishop with knight g4 check. What one? I kind of feel like I've got a nice pleasant position here, so I'm going to go for b5 in this structure. Let's just have a look. I might have time to see who I'm playing. So I'm playing someone from California, Conrado Diaz. Hello, Conrado Diaz. Nice to meet you, sir. And okay, so what's happening now? So if I go rook b8, he goes rook b1. It's getting my rook in the position. If I can get my rook in the position, then I'm going to be quite happy here. Okay, well I think maybe it's time now to swap this knight off and play like this. And after rook h1, after the exchanges, I'm going to try to go rook g8 and then get my rook to b8 and into b2. So he has not allowed that. Okay, I kind of figured he had to, but why? Why did he have to do that? So, okay, well let's take this file for now. He has to contest it, and then I bring my rook back here. I mean, it's probably fairly even, isn't it? But you can see my a pawn now could come in handy if I can go a3 and a rook b2 check. I much prefer my pawn being here than on other squares. So I'm going to try this now. I'm not too worried about him gaining the h file. Maybe I should be, because I want to come into b2. I have to give up the b file to do that. And now at least I have ideas of rook to b2 in some positions. That gives me a very nice pass to a pawn, but the problem there is I can't get my rook to a8. Okay, but I can take and go rook b8. So that looks like a very decent idea. And now he can... Oh, he's going defensive. Okay. He's holding his position together very well here. Okay, well, let's now move my king up. Ah, he's got b... I should have stopped that move, b4, I feel. I've always got... Okay, this is a pure rook ending now, so... How is this? I don't know. I mean, I want to go a2, and if I can get my king to e4, then positionally my king can enter into the battle, and I'll be very happy there. But I think it's going to be very hard to get my king in because of king d3 at the correct moment. But now I'm going to go b3. So this is goes e4 check. Forgot about this very useful check he has. Okay, well, let's now... I don't know which square is better. Okay, let's go here to maybe stop a rook coming to the 7th. And he's playing very sensible. So I need to get my rook active. So now I'm going to try to get it in this way. This is the key thing in rook endings, getting your rook active. I mean, even if you have to give up a pawn, one of the key things in a rook ending, activate your rook. Got to be a little bit careful of my time, and we know how abysmal I am at playing... shorter time. So okay, so now it's looking quite good, I feel, because if my king can now come into e4, I'm laughing. So I'm going to start moving this in. He has to really go king here, and now I've got this move, rook g2, and he's getting in a position where he's might run out of moves quite soon. I'm going for a zugzwang, and my g pawn, when I get a past g pawn, could well be strong. Okay, well, let's start pushing my central mass as well. I think he has to go e4, does he? I mean, I want to play maybe e4 check and then take on g3. So let's try this. And now I can take on e3. So this is a good rook ending for me, but it's maybe on the time. And I have to be a little bit careful about his b pawn. And the correct way to play these positions is try to get your rook behind the pawn. Can I do that in time? So I'm trying to get my rook behind his pawn. It's all about the activation of the rook, as I've said. So he wants to go here, getting quite complex now. There, takes. And I'm playing too slow. So, okay, maybe I have to give my rook up for this pawn now and try to use my own pawns. This is what I'm going to try to do to win. So I'm going to try and use my king and pawns, and I have to give my rook up for his pawn. This is what I'm going to try to do. I don't know if this is winning or not. Let's find out. So it's going to be very close. His king has to come towards my pawns now. I think this is clear. Then it's probably a draw. This probably a draw if he plays in the correct way. And I have to be careful I don't lose this in some. Well, I shouldn't lose this position ever. I have to give my rook up for his pawn, and I want to try to push my pawns. I've got one pawn extra, but if his king, I believe, comes... Yeah, good move. That's a good move from my opponent. And now it's going to be... Okay, well, let's keep trying. I'm going to give my rook up for this pawn and try to use my extra pawns here. So it's very, very interesting ending, actually, this one, you know. Really hard to assess. I mean, I certainly had the better chances. And okay, so here now, well... I'm going to queen, aren't I? I'm going to queen one of my pawns. He can't stop both of these pawns. And now we're going to get this famous position of queen versus rook and king. Well, he's blundered immediately. Okay, he's blundered immediately. It's very tricky to look after your rook and king in these types of structures. And obviously now he's lost a rook. So probably, you know, a pretty okay position. Let's try to have a bit more fun now. So I'm going to play d4. And we're going to try to get a bit more of a tactical game. So I've played the Tromposky with bishop g5 in the past. Oh, he's going for the Budapest gambit. I love his style. Okay, so he wants his revenge. What's this one? I don't even know this one. I know it's actually a move, but there you go. I'm out of theory on move 3. This shows how how bad my theory can be. And well, I'm not too concerned about this, to be honest. I'm just going to try to gain the bishop pair. That's my simple way of playing. I don't want to get involved in any tactical tricks. I just want to gain the 2 bishops and play like that. So here, I don't even mind if he wins this pawn back. He can have the pawn back if I get the 2 bishops. So I mean, I could go f4, but I don't know. That looks a little bit. I don't know. I'm just going to play. I'm going to play again. It's not. I mean, not such a tactical game now. Be careful of queen g5s, don't I? Kind of missed that one. Oof. Glad he didn't play that. Am I going to run into queen g5 again after this? I think I have f3 now. So again, 2 bishops here. This should give me a nice position with 2 bishops, and I'm just going to put my pieces on good squares. Later on, my bishop on c3. I'm hoping it will be a good piece, but okay. I mean, his position's very solid as well. Maybe I'll put my rook on the wrong square there. I think I want to go f4. I'm trying to. You have to try. This is a position where it's quite solid, so you have to think of a plan. And I want to go f4, I think, and at some point e4. That's why I've changed where I put my rook. It doesn't matter so much losing a tempo. Okay, that's a committal move by my opponent. Where is my queen best placed? Well, my next stage of my plan is to put my bishop on f3 to now try to take control of the d5 square, which is just weakened quite seriously. I don't know why. I don't think c5 is a good positional move unless he can continue with the move d5. Okay, that's a better move. And now, God, we're getting a lot of endings today, aren't we? This is like endgame hour all of a sudden. And this position, who's better here? Well, I mean, I don't think my opponent's any worse, that's for sure. What do I play? Do I get ready for the ending with king f2? Okay, maybe. Not sure if that's correct. Okay, now he's grabbed this one. And he's coming into e4, stopping me playing e4. Good plan. I'm going to try to create some play on the g file because his pawn on f6 is blocking my bishop on c3 in. So if I can open up the g file somehow, then my bishop has better range. And the one good thing about this position is my bishop. My bishop is a nice piece. So I'm going to try to, like I say, create play over here and lengthen the diagonal of my bishop. Everything is defended. So now my bishop has a little bit more diagonal. And here, well, shall we lengthen it again with h6? Let's do that. It's a bit like, well, I'm not going to compare myself to Carlsen. That'd just be wrong. But okay, but now I've done this, what do I do next? Because he's closed everything down. I'm wondering about this move. This is a very double-edged move because it gives him quite a big pawn mass. But if I want to win this game, I need to open up the position. I need to get, again, like the last game, one of my rooks into his position. Because if I just sit there and don't get a rook in, then, well, there's no way I can win this. And again, his knight, look at his knight. This is the one thing I'm playing against. His knight, where is that knight ever going to go? I'm trying to stop this knight from moving at all. I don't, if I keep my pawn on b4, it can't come to c5 or a5. So I'm just playing against his knight, but, I have taken some risks by playing a pawn move on the area of the board I could be weakest. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and again, I want to play against his knight. So I don't take either pawns, allow his knight in, I simply push. And again, you see, I'm playing against this knight. But I probably think I put my bishop back on c3 now. So again, I'm playing against his knight. I don't want his knight to come to a5. And now my plan to try to, well, how do I break through here? I've done everything I want to do, but what do I do next? I have no idea how I make progress here. I can't. So I'll offer him a draw and just see if he wants to play. I mean, I don't see. I mean, he's playing on. Come on. I don't think he should be playing on here. I mean, he can if he wants to, but I'm assuming that if he does play on, he's going to get himself in trouble. Okay, I'm happy for him to play on. It's not an issue. Okay, What am I doing? Okay, I made a mistake. I didn't want to allow his knight to come in, did I? Should have moved it in last move. My idea is to win this pawn somehow. And okay, so I'm going to bring my king to c3. Try to win this pawn. If he doesn't want to draw, he doesn't want to draw. Not okay, can now break. I shouldn't have allowed that. And where's his knight going now? The whole thing is I'm trying to stop his knight coming in. And okay, and now I'm going to try to win this game now. So I'm going to try to get my rook to a5 and infiltrate, because his knight again is such a bad piece. I mean, obviously he should have taken a draw. It's completely crazy of him to play on. I mean, there's no way. I mean, the only reason I offered a draw is because if he just sat there and did nothing, I couldn't make any progress. But all the positional trumps are mine. And the other thing is, like I say, if my rook ever comes in and I win h7, my pawn structure is brilliant. So he clearly should have taken a draw. Maybe he should flick in. Well, this is a horrible position. My next plan now is to go rook a7 and put my pawn on a6. Very straightforward plan. And, well, if he's going to allow me to do that, then I will. I might even go king c3 first, just to stop him playing c3. There's no rush. He's kind of suffocated now. I mean, it's completely lost in this position. And here comes my pawn. So what does he do? He's actually got 0 moves here. It's quite embarrassing for him here. So a6 coming and game over. So it's a bit positional today, though, isn't it? We don't always enjoy our positional stuff. You know, I prefer a bit more tactical. I mean, like I say, GM should be able to play all types of positions, and you know, that seems to be the case here. It seems to be good. All right, so we'll play one more game. Come on, let's have a bit of action now. Let's try a different opening. Let's try a sort of King's Indian kind of thing, because you normally get more exciting games with the King's Indian defense. I'm not saying the Dutch is boring. The Dutch is normally incredibly. He plays very solid stuff. I mean, this bishop g5 is known to be a solid line. Okay, well, I'm gonna come on. Let's try to make it interesting. I'm just gonna push Gary the g pawn. Come on, Gary's been feeling a little bit lonely, and we're just gonna try to, you know, complicate matters. I don't want another positional game. Not that I can't play it. I'm just like, you know, I want a bit of anger. I want a bit of craziness today. It's one of those days. Okay, well, let's see if we can get it a bit more crazy. So, I mean, again, the way he's playing, I mean, you can play any style you want to in chess, and you know, I'm not going to criticise too much. I'm not in a position to do that, but it's just not the most exciting. But okay, he's whatever he's doing. He's probably done this hundreds of times. Can I castle? Well, I don't know. Let's do it. Let's castle. And now I'm going to give him the h-file and hope he doesn't mate me. I could be making this interesting, but the problem is I could just be making this interesting for him, and that's not cricket, as they say. So h takes g3, and what kind of structure am I going for? Well, let's go e5. I mean, I want to try to open up again my bishop on g7. We had this diagonal theme going on in the first game, but I'm just amazed he's taken that. That just would strike me as an error, because he could have gone d5, because now, again, it's all about my bishop. And this bishop, like I said, the more scope it gets, the more stronger it becomes. And he could have kept it closed with d5. So, positionally, I'm surprised by that. But, okay, I mean, it's probably not a major error. I'm just going to put my knight on g6. To stop him going f4. That was my main idea. I didn't want to allow him to go f4. Okay, he's castled, and now we've finished my development. So it's positional day today. I hope you guys are not falling asleep too much. I'm sorry if you are. Such is life, you know. We do have to cope with the boring games and the crazy games. I will, you know, kick it up into, you know, better gear next time. But I like this time limit. Nice and chilled. Nice and chilled. I can even go and make myself a cup of coffee with this time limit. Maybe. I might. Shall I try that one day? The cup of coffee challenge. I have to go and run, have a cup of coffee, come back and win the game. That's I don't know. I was thinking about doing some game on a Friday night. Oh, it's Friday today, isn't it? Where I play with a bottle of honey Jack Daniels, one of my favourite drinks. And drawing that game, every time I take a piece, I have a shot. Now, I think that's probably a really stupid idea, and I'm tempted to do it because it's so stupid. What do you guys think? I mean, it might be good entertainment, but I also might end up being sick, potentially dying on air. I mean, that could be good TV though, you know, and maybe some people would like that. Like to see the end of the ginger. So, okay, right, well, what I've done, I'm trying to open up the position more here, and I'm just going to try to get some pressure against G2. So by making these pawn breaks, generally bishops should be better than knights in open positions, but bishop f3 was a good move. And again, God, we're going to get another ending. But I mean, the results that are happening here, maybe I should play more endings, because they're certainly not going badly. All right, Freddy power. We love that. Okay, sorry, I got excited there because I actually was able to make an aggressive move. Woohoo! Okay, well, do we keep... Oh, come on, Freddy. Come on. March your way to victory, young man. Come on, Freddy. You can do the job. You can do it, Freddy. Freddy! Go, Freddy, go! God, I love it. Sorry, I got really excited there. We had a little tactical exchange. And Freddy, the F-pawn, has marched his way up to F3. He's having the time of his life. I mean, we should make some kind of story with the pawns. Oh, Freddy is this poor little farm boy. He finds a leashing life. He finds chess. And he comes to life. And here he goes. He goes all the way to G2. Nearly one square from queening. Okay, I could also... Oh, do I have rook D3? Love it. Sorry, it might not be a good move, but I like it. I think he goes knight D6 here, but I like that move. The idea: rook takes D3, queen takes E4. Woohoo! Okay, this is all of a sudden getting a bit more juicy. Right, so let's just guard that little guy there. My pieces are kind of, because of Freddy. Freddy was a brave soldier. He'd be lived in the memory of many's. A great little fighter. He will live on until the end of days. We will remember poor Freddy for his brave attempt and the troops he saved. We love you, Freddy. Please live on in our memories. Freddy. Anyway, well done, Freddy. You did well. So, okay, so here it's getting a bit more interesting now. We have a little bit of spice. So, what do we do? Well, what about this move? I'm trying to... His knights are kind of like holding up the position somewhat. So if I can just give him a good kick away, then he might even lose a piece here. My knight on D3, a monster. The only thing I have to be a little bit careful of if he ever jumps his queen into G6. You know, because my G5 move is a little bit of a weakness. But if I win a piece, then, you know, who cares? Piece is a piece. So it's all going okay at the moment. I mean, I haven't been playing that great recently, but this is a bit of a better run. I'll try to get a game against a GM at some point in time, you know, because obviously it's nice playing NMs. They're very good players. Obviously, don't disrespect them, but you know, all GM clashes are you know, a bit more spicy, aren't they? Right. So what's happening here? Is it time to go rook takes? Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Or is it queen c5? Oh, yeah, baby. Queen takes here. Queen takes there. Check. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's just go. Actually, is that correct way to play? I'm a bit worried my pieces might be hanging after. Knight takes queen. Rook takes queen. Rook to d1. I've got knight to f2. And he's got a... maybe I've blundered a piece back. But, you know... That was a little bit silly. Yeah, this is the move I was concerning myself with. Move my knight, my bishop drops. That was a little bit silly of me, wasn't it? Silly Simon. Silly Simon. So, what do we do here? Well, yeah, the problem is if I can go knight takes b2, but then he comes check. This check is a real pain. That was most annoying. Really stupid, actually. I mean, I was pieced up. Didn't need to do rubbish like this. So for my, if I go knight takes b2, check here, there. Okay, well I'm just gonna have to play this ending now again. But it's actually, I don't know if I like that ending. I've messed this up somewhat. Let's go for this ending. Don't know what's better. At least I get rid of some of his queenside pawns. I mean, I shouldn't lose this position, but maybe I could have saved my piece somehow. You know, I'm not sure. I shouldn't lose this position, but you know, considering as a whole piece up, and I've got many more pawns than him, so you know, this should be quite good if I can win c3. I've got chances to win this position. Okay, well I'm going to try to win another pawn here. My a pawn could be strong. Okay, now let's try to motor this pawn up the board. This is my idea, simple idea, because his knight's really out of play, which is trying to get back into the game. My simple plan: a2, knight b3, and I'm not too worried about what's happening on this. Oh, he's got, oh no, he doesn't, because I can go here guarding it. And now I have to be careful of some knight forks. You know, if I went queen first, I could lose to a knight fork. So let's just, now he can never take my knight because I've got a1 queen. So I think this is a winning position. I mean, a1 queen now, it's got to be good, isn't it? And as long as I don't get flagged here. Oh, he's done there. Okay, well, fair enough. I do like queens. You know, queens are good. They're good, and I think again he's going to be running into serious problems here. But we all, okay, I'm just going to take this rook. Let's take all his pieces. If in doubt, grab everything. Just don't stalemate him. Okay, there we go. Okay, well that was the March of Freddy, and we're going to have to stop playing him now. I'm sure he's really annoyed after losing 3 games. You've all seen the state I can get in after losing 3 games, so I can get really pissed off with myself. But okay, that was some interesting games there. Obviously I can only analyse the last one. It was all quite, to be honest, you know, sensible, wasn't it, until I got Freddy going. And as soon as Freddy, look at this position here. Oh, Freddy, you're such a hero. This little soldier on f7 sacrificed himself all the way to f3, and look at that, what a run of the f-pawn. And this created all these problems for my opponent, because now he had problems on the f-file, on the pin, the f3 square is weak, and okay, the ending, I should have won a lot easier, but you know, sometimes that's life, isn't it? So cheers for viewing anyway, thank you very much, and please like and subscribe, let everyone know about the videos. And check out my website GingerGM.com. Like I say, if you like the videos, you want to support them, you don't need to donate. Instead, try to buy a DVD. They're for digital download now. They're $5. Okay, maybe a bit pricey for some, but if you can afford it, it'd be a nice way to support my channel. So cheers anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, bye.